Look at this beautiful day on planet Earth. It is January 20th, and it is gorgeous out. You could be wearing a short sleeve shirt if I wanted to. And it's in the 50s. I'm wearing shorts and a long sleeve shirt and getting this walk in on this beautiful creation of planet Earth. There's so many interesting things about philosophy and art, and how all of our personal experiences, our personal view of perception of the world is just sort of on the surface of everything, and there's so much behind there that's a big, giant, beautiful mystery. But there's a story in life. It's in the religious texts, it's in everyday life. It's the story of good and evil. And so the reason I think it's important to mention that to young people, little people like you who are growing up, is a concept that is both simple and complicated at the same time. And if you are not made aware of it when you're young, and that's why I like the movie Moana, other than it's just a cool story, it actually deals with this concept of good and evil pretty well. It's like I think it's a more philosophical way of looking at it. Like, not everything's, there's a lot of gray between good and evil, and the movie Moana that you loved deals with it quite well, better than most Disney movies. Most Disney movies are just kind of, they just take the extreme points of view. There's a good person, a bad person, and da. But Moana is not like that. And I think it's not like that because actually Moana is actually based on some genuine mythology and philosophy, unlike a lot of the other cartoons, or Disney movies, I should call them. But anyhow, in the Bible, there is a story of good and evil that plays out in heaven. That's between God and Satan. And then there's, at the end of the Bible, another book of the Bible that talks about good and evil playing out on earth, and that's the book of Revelations. Now, the problem is, actually both of those stories, but particularly the book of Revelations, is tremendously abused by people to scare people, to make them afraid of life. That is some sort of horrible thing coming, and that's not at all what it's about. It's simply a story about how all good and evil plays out. Well, if there's some giant war at some point in time in the history of mankind, it's going to be a story of good and evil. But the problem is that what that book, the usefulness of that book, Revelations, is mostly very practical, and that every little event in life has a balance between good and evil. There is no just one story that it's telling. People will tell you that it is, and it's really it's probably through every generation and every life a larger scale kind of revelation and a interpersonal, very close story around you. That's a story of Revelations. And think of the name of the Bible, Revelations. It isn't called Doomsday. It's called Revelations. And a revelation is a enlightenment. It's a process. We come to a revelation by going through hardship and then coming out on the other side wiser and more enlightened and more grateful and more thankful. So don't let people scare you with that stuff. Use your own brain. You don't even have to you don't even have to take my opinion on it. You don't even have to listen to what I just said about it. You can create your own viewpoint about it. But do not let people scare you with that stuff. That is a misuse of it. So I love you.